What's going on, guys? We have a little laptop here in front of us. It has a webcam open, and as you can see, it is watching this little guy over here. Whoops, her face fell. Well, we're going to be playing with the camera today. Can't get her face to stay up, but you can see it's actually a Buddha statue, so you can see what it is. Now, we were going to use originally a camera setup that I set up with a microcontroller, and what it does is it has motion detection, and then the microcontroller picks up some identifiers to detect people who may be wearing disguises. So we're playing a little game with our security. So this is my personal camera. Do not ever follow any of these videos unless it's on your own camera. This is just a test to see if there's any vulnerabilities in cameras, just for fun, really. Let's be honest, this is just something fun to do. Now, what am I going to do today? I already did the EMP jammer. We already did Wi-Fi channel jamming using the Hackrf Portapack. How am I going to play with my camera today? Well, let's take a look down here and see what we got. Recognize this? Someone might. Someone may recognize this box. What's it going to be? We already did EMP. We already did the wireless jamming, signal jamming. Let's see what we got. All right, look at this thing. Well, this is a high-powered laser. So I wonder what'll happen if I shine it at my webcam over there. Now, you know, we can surmise that what happens to a webcam may also be vulnerable in a much more expensive security camera that I own. And I don't want to break that, but thanks to members and everybody supporting, I am going to donate this laptop to today's experiment. So we're just seeing what'll happen. Of course, this is my own device. Never, like I said, this is only me playing with my own camera. Never, ever, ever follow any of this for anything except your own devices. This is just something fun to check out because I was honestly a little curious about it. So let's see what happens if I shine this high-powered laser directly into the lens of the camera. So we have a live feed, as you can see my arm moving on the video over here. Now this is a high enough power laser that if I hold it near a piece of paper, it'll actually burn that piece of paper. So it's not the average laser pointer, but these are something that can be found out there. But like I said, you know, obviously make sure you never do anything except watch my video. This is just for educational purposes on security camera, potentially what could happen to your own security system, and maybe nothing will happen. We don't know. I'm also going to test it on the screen. So, you know, thanks to everybody who supports the channel. I'm willing to destroy this laptop if need be, just for fun. So let's get to it. Let's start with the camera. All right, I got some protective glasses. I can't really see that well what I'm doing, but I'm going to do my best to aim it. Now we'll start a little further back just to see what happens with, oh, look at that. See, as I get it to the lens over here, let's see what happens if I get it. Got to get it right on that lens. If I can see where I'm shining it. I don't want to, I could actually damage my eyes, so I'm trying not to. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it turns it white, as you can see. And we'll just see what happens, just as a fun little experiment. Will it survive? Will my camera survive this? Well, we'll find out. All right, as you can see, what it did was it seems to have blurred that just a little bit. So it does seem like it caused some damage on the lens. And look at that. You can see right there the burn marks right on our screen. Let's take a closer look. So as you can see, the laser actually did seem to damage our little camera lens there. So that's what happened with this laser. This isn't the most high powered out there, but it is one of the most powerful that you can get. Of course, this is just something fun to play around with my own devices, you know, as mentioned. Now, looking over here, we also have a thing picking up the audio. So you can see those little red dots before anything happens to the screen. If I don't say anything, it doesn't move. Now, when I talk, what will happen if I shine it directly into the microphone? Does anything happen? The microphone over here, let's take a closer look. So we have our camera right here, okay? We got our camera here. We got over here, there's this little hole, and I almost couldn't see it because these protective glasses make it a real pain. But, you know, this is just kind of something fun to do. And unfortunately, with these protective glasses, I wanted to do a distance test, but you know what? Not today. Can't see where I'm shooting it at. But we'll see if it does any actual damage. Now let's see what happens next on my screen. So we know that it actually will damage the camera as is predicted. Now if I shine it directly in the lens, of course this is a really tiny lens because after all, it's a webcam. And as you can see, it does make some damage. It does blind it, and then it also causes some damage, as you can see right there. That's not damage to the screen, but as you can see, what happens is it actually caused it to lose its clarity. So it lost its clarity, and it's also causing some burn marks inside the camera, which is causing it to display the output right onto the screen. Now, what will happen if the screen gets hit with it? Let's take a look at that and just see kind of what's happening on that end. So the blurring is not that bad, but it is tough to aim at this because I'm saying it's maybe like 2 millimeters across that lens. And I am afraid of blinding myself a bit because these glasses, I have to kind of peel them away for a second to see where I'm aiming it. And I really need my eyesight, so... Alright, we'll try again on that lens and just see if we can destroy it. And I'll just kind of close my eyes for the moment. As you can see, the whole screen turns white. You can see a lot of, you know, light coming in there. It's really damaging my camera here. Now, hopefully... Oh, and you can see it actually burning now. So this is a high-powered laser. And it is, in fact, burning that camera. And, oh, well, we've lost our picture. So obviously, all depending on the laser, my camera is vulnerable to a laser. That's what we've learned today. Just as you probably predicted. But you know what? It's always more fun to actually go through and test it out yourself. You know, I had wondered, you know, because I do have security camera, you know, self-hosted, of course, if someone could somehow attack that. Now, of course, with our previous test, we tested out how an EMP would affect it, which distorted the whole screen. Make sure to watch that video. And then also the Wi-Fi jamming, which was a signal jamming attack. That actually, what that did was it actually froze the screen, because it can't deliver any content when the whole channel is saturated with noise, which is what happened with our signal jamming testing. Now, what's going to happen to the screen on the clear side over here? Because obviously that camera's dead. That camera is dead. Oh well. It's alright. We're going to go ahead and just see what happens from a little bit of a distance. We're just going to see from a distance if it's affected by this laser. Just the screen, just kind of get an idea. And yep, it does appear, as you can see, that little bit of a burning in to it. Just a little bit. It does seem like it faded a little though. So initially on the screen, there would be a darkening where the laser is shined onto that screen. But camera's obviously fried, and microphone, well, we still are picking up some stuff, but there's also 2 microphone input points. So there's a hole over here and a hole over there. I don't think I'm going to do it anymore because I do feel like, you know, I might blind myself trying to get it into that tiny black hole. So that was our test. I hope you enjoyed today's testing video. So just be aware that your camera could be vulnerable if you run your own camera. Just be aware. Obviously, this was for fun. But if, I have a security camera, wondered what happens if some, crook or something were to shine a laser on my security camera. I wanted to know what could happen. So I thought I would share this test with you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like it, share it with others, and make sure to comment. Let me know what you think about this, or if you have any other ideas. Always welcome those. And don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys soon in a video soon on how to secure your Linux machine, how to protect your security as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think in the comments.